down the music for a second?
While they're setting up, I want to take a moment and talk about my relationship with Dee Pop. 42 or 44 years ago, I met Dee Pop in this very neighborhood. For those of you who are doing the math in your head, I was 5 years old. Dee Pop and I met during an audition for James Chance, and we both got rejected. But we walked out of that room, and we were kind of connected after that. We stayed friends, and we played here and there for a while. Uh, and we actually, even though we've known each other for 44 years, we went through like a 16-year period where we didn't speak to each other at all. But we knew of each other and we respected each other. And one day when I was in the high desert in California, in a place where you shouldn't get any cellular reception at all, my phone rang, and it was Dee Pop. That was 12 years ago. I picked up my phone, and Dee Pop was on the other end of the line. And he said to me, he said, Kai, and I said, Dee? And he said, last night I had a dream. And in that dream, a mutual friend of ours, what happened to the sound? Did you cut me off already? No, okay. Because this is a 45-minute story. He said, I had a dream. And in that dream, Jimmy Joe Uliana, a great guitar player who deserves a memorial in his own right, and I know the Bush Tetras know that, Jimmy Joe said, I heard you need a bass player, and call Kai. Now, I had put down the bass 12 years ago. I wasn't playing at all. Was sick and tired of the thievery, all the antics of various bands, the divas, and all that. And at the end of the day, I just wanted a job that gave me health insurance. But anyway, Dee called me up and he said, Jimmy Joe, in this dream, told me to call you. So he called me, and I said, I will come back to New York and I will pick up the bass again. And the rest is kind of history. I came back and I played with Dee's Private World. And from that, I made so many wonderful friends. 3/4 of the people in this room are friends of mine from Dee's generosity. And I know all of you here have a Dee Pop story, and I know all of you here are connected to me in some way. So I want you all to raise your glasses high and toast the man that we are here. He was conflicted, he was a walking contradiction, but he had a lot of love in him, right? And when it came down to music, that's what he lived for. And he got me out of my rut. I picked up the bass, I started playing again, and I'm playing like I never played before. I'm a motherfucker! And there's a lot of people in this room, from Billy to Lisa to Robert Kennedy to Ann to Mike Edison and all these, and Rebecca over there, the new bass player for the Bush Tetras. All of these people, just wonderful people. He generated so much energy, and it still continues on. He pays it forward. It's just wonderful. So please put your hands together. I just had to say something because this is the time to say it. I love you, Dee. And I have to say one more thing. I was with Dee 3 days before he died. He called me and he said, come on over, come on over, come on over. And I went over, and And I was kind of reluctant because I knew maybe he was I didn't know whether he was being needy or what, but we went over. We had a wonderful afternoon together. We spent the whole afternoon listening to music together, old cassette tapes. And at the end of the day, the last moment I had with Dee was we hugged each other on the street corner and we said, I really love you, man. And so now I'm looking up to the sky and I'm saying, Dee, I really love you too. And you've done some wonderful things, and it just continues to go forward.